Have you noticed AI is taking jobs now? We used to say you're not going to lose your job to AI, but to someone who knows how to do it. Well, now AI is definitely doing it. I put some videos out on that. And now we're going to show you a way you can get ahead in the way to do that and how you're going to outsmart, out-trick AI in a wonderful way. And the key is your authenticity. This is your secret power that you're going to win over AI. You're going to be able to do it. You got that uniquely human trait, and you're going to be able to do it. Now, many others are saying, all I got to do is just copy and paste. Just get in there and get this right here, copy it in there and paste it in there. Well, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Yeah, we'll get it right there. This is what you're going to be able to do to get ahead. You're going to be able to be your genuine, authentic self. That doesn't mean you have to do it the way that someone else has done. You do it the way that's natural for you. You're going to be able to do it. You want what people want today. They want authentic human beings like you and me who can show we are real. We're not fake. We're not using plastic and being plastic images and all that. But enough about the politicians. The key to success today is for you to inject your personality. I like to say you-ize it. If your name is Mary, you want to Maryize it. If your name is Bob, you want to Bobize it. If your name is Terry, like me, you want to Terryize it. That's what I like to say, but you want to make it you. See, AI is good, but what it doesn't do real well is being a human being. Okay, fine, but you and I can do that. We connect with human beings. And that's the key. I'm going to show you in this episode how you can do it, how you can start making those things happen in a real way by being able to reach out and be authentic. That is the key. By being authentic, you're going to be able to do it. And we're going to start with the content creation strategy. And the content creation strategy is what's going to help you to generate the kind of business that you want, to connect with people, doing it in a real way. I'm Terry Brock with Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, where we talk about how you can build your business and achieve the goals that you want. And one of the best ways to do that is with content. And we've got something special, just as we're getting started here, a gift for you, for being kind enough to watch our video, listen to our audio, read the content that we have. We've got something for you over at AI Tools for Biz. That's the number 4, AITools4Biz.com. No charge at all, where you can get ideas on updated information. We're updating this thing regularly. So you're getting ideas on what to do, what's working, and, well, what's not working today. One of the things we want to do to start off is I want you to embrace an assist, don't outsource mindset. You might think, well, Terry, what in the world do you mean by that? Well, I don't want you to think of AI as your ghostwriter, as the one who's going to come in and magically type on the keyboard and do it for you, putting it all together. That's not a good way to do it. Matter of fact, the LLMs, those language models, large language models like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Grok, there's a bunch of them out there that are really, really good. They can surface they can look for and find the trends that are out there. I love what's available with the talking points. They can draft your outlines and they can riff 20 headlines. I'll do that regularly, where I say, give me a bunch of headlines that tie into this theme and that theme. AI does that beautifully, wonderfully. The research capability is amazing. Matter of fact, when you look at the tools right now, like Perplexity Labs, it's a video we've put out before and talked about what you can do with it. It gives you PhD level of information and research, kind of like what you would do at a PhD dissertation level. That's pretty important. And it lets you see abundance of this. Gina and I have been using this in a number of different ways, where we get an idea from it, and then we take that and cultivate it, make it ours, and present it. Just recently we did that for a client, a big client in the commercial space. They saw what we were doing. They saw how we could look at that, and it really came through in a nice way for us and for them. Taking that and using a combination of things with ChatGPT, with Claude, and other tools that are available. This is how you can do it as well in a really amazing way. Also, you're going to be able to look at the winning move is to not copy and paste. I've heard people say that. Just copy and paste and over. No, no, no. I want you to copy and paste and then heavily customize. Make it you-ize it. Put your feelings, your ideas in there, and that way you're going to win when you go through it. Also, you want to layer your lived experiences, the humor that you have. You might say, well, I'm not funny. Well, that's okay. Just naturally be you. Kind of what I'm doing here. Am I reading from a script? No. But just content creator to content creator, I've got my slides there from Keynote, using that like PowerPoint. I'm using that, and I'm using Ecamm. So I can put these tools together and make it work. And yeah, this is me. I've got a rough outline, which is what I would recommend for you. You want to find the way that you can have your niche examples, and the final cut sounds unmistakably you. It's your voice, your feeling, your experiences, and no machine can compete with that. That's good. So what you want to do is we're going to personalize at scale. By using this, the multimodal models, what that means is they can use text, they can use speech, they can talk to you in speech, you can hear them. It looks at a graphic and creates pictures and understands it. These are now able to crank out dozens of images and to script variants tailored to the micro segments, which is really kind of nice. You'll see, matter of fact, those of you joining us on video, notice the little cartoon that I put together there. I created that with my prompt, using my own creative insights, had an idea for it, and made it just my own. That is unique. And I'm no lawyer. I'm not offering any legal advice, and you would want to check with a real content specialist on that, copyright lawyer, people that know this stuff. But the more unique you can make it, this is what they tell us in the literature, the better off you'll be. So by doing this, you can do a whole lot of capabilities, have a lot of capabilities there. Still, you want untweaked AI outputs because they're going to, you want those in some cases, but if you use that, it's going to have that uncanny sameness. Have you noticed it now? We're seeing this at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. A lot of our people are saying, hey, we can recognize when it's AI. When it's AI and AI is telling us this, and you do not want that. What you want is it to be uniquely you, so that when people hear it, they go, hey, that's pretty good. That sounds real. I like it. And by the way, I know that's what Carol talks about. When I hear Carol, she does that. And when I hear Jasmine do that, it's this and this. We know that style. That way people get to know you, and AI is there as your assistant, not as the ghostwriter, not as the one that's taking over, but it's rather instead being there to help you do the kinds of things that you need to do in a profoundly you way. You're going to be injecting personal anecdotes, brand lore, and region-specific slang terms generic to the real that's right for you, and doing that into a wink directed at your tribe. So it's kind of like, okay, wink, wink, this is what we're talking about. That can be for a particular area of the country. It can also be for styles and words that are particular to an industry. You can have a great time with this and really do even better all the way around. And here's the paradox of using creativity. Yes, AI lowers the how barrier, how to do it, but that makes the why you question even louder. Why should you be doing this? Why should we listen to you? What unique experience do you have? And that's where AI comes in to help you and help you to sparkle, talking about what you know, the experiences you have. The event you went to last March when you were in Kansas City, you heard that speaker. She was outstanding. I mean, she just was right on target in what she said. AI doesn't know about that, but you do. And also, even if AI was there and recorded it, it doesn't know your perception. When you can say, you know, I liked what Caroline said. She was really good on that, and I agree with her strongly on that third point she said with da, 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 da. You're making it you with your feeling, and you're talking about, okay, the hypothetical speech you heard with Caroline over in Kansas City last March. That's okay. This is where you get a chance to sparkle even more, and you'll be able to do even more because you're using the combination of human characteristics and computer. Also, commentators dubbed 2025, the year we're recording this right now, as the year authenticity became a competitive edge, not a buzzword. Authentic, being real. You don't have to come on camera. You don't want to come on camera and go, hello, today we are talking about AI and it is going to be really, no. Get rid of all that stuff. You want it to be real. You want to be there so you can help people with their needs. Also, have your personal overlays with your face on the camera. This is really me. This is not an AI bot. I've seen some of those out there, and there's a place for that. I think we can do that, and there's some ways to look at it. But this is really me. It is not an AI bot, not my AI, not an AI voice on there. You're going to have your face on the computer, your story in the script, and that will answer the call that we're looking for. You see, YouTube calls this something I love, easy mode. What is easy mode? Well, it's where sometimes you might want to sit down with just like I'm doing right now. I've got my camera going, I've got me, nothing fancy flashing on the screen. I'm just saying, hey, here's what's going on. You and me, let's talk right now. You can do that even with just your smartphone. If you're just getting started, that's a great way to do it. Easy mode is what I like about it. And there is a place for that. But I like to say this is more than just easy mode. What this is it's going to be an honest to goodness, real human connection. Yeah, that's my phrase on it. You want to make sure you're right there with people. And then when you're putting it together, your prompt for AI is going to help you to get started. Now, this is where AI comes in and really sparkles, because the journey to content creation begins with strategic AI prompting. You got to get those prompts right. This means you're going to require structured outlines and targeted research that you can see. We're going to look at generic, comprehensive ways that you can look at the frameworks in minutes. I love this fact about it. It also gives you the ability to discover relevant statistics and case studies, things that you and I would not be able to do normally on our own. AI does a beautiful job of that. I particularly like Perplexity Labs. Perplexity Labs giving you the ability to do a lot of good research on that. Also see a lot of that available now within ChatGPT. And their new version 5, which is, as I'm recording this, has been announced and is due to be released soon. I don't know when soon is, but when they do it, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. Be aware of that. And then you also want to identify knowledge that goes in your expertise. So you can say, yeah, that's what we studied when I did this, or I was reading a book the other day about da-da-da-da, and let people see that. This initial step builds a solid foundation while presenting you and your creative energy for high value tasks. You can do it, you understand what's going on. And that's the beauty of it. You're letting AI help in some ways, and you're stepping in there with your own ideas. It is not all AI or even all you. You want that combination. As we've heard so many times before, the magic is in the mix. Make sure that you're getting those together in a profoundly beautiful way and making sure that it's able to take the best from both. That way you're going to be able to grow and do a lot more. And then here's where it really gets fun. You get to select the 20 to 30% that really sparks joy in you and in your listeners, your viewers, your readers. You're going to be able to help on many different ways. You start by identifying the core insights. What you're doing there is you're filtering through AI-generated content to extract the most compelling points that resonate with both you and your audience. This is where you say, yes, I remember studying that, or if it's your area of expertise, you've got some feelings on it, what it is. Number two, focus on a unique value, something that the marketplace is overlooking, but you see because of your experience. You want to select the elements that align with your unique perspective. That's going to be important. It's going to be your perspective and your expertise, the nuggets that only you can deliver automatically because of the years you've spent doing this. We talk about that with our stark raving entrepreneurs often, where many of them have extensive experience in certain key areas, technical areas, key areas where they've gone for advanced degrees, many having PhDs, master's degrees in really relevant subjects, others that don't have that went out on their own and they studied and learned a tremendous amount of useful, helpful information that they take into the marketplace and help others. That's what you can do as well. And three, you want to curate for impact. Choose the content that drives your key message home and that creates memorable moments for your audience. Something that they will look at and they'll say, hey, I really like listening to this person because she gives us information that we need. Find ways to solve their problems. Find ways to help them and be there to assist in some ways that are profoundly important. Contributing to the bottom line in business is really important. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we're doing that and being able to really inject the personal stories with your data and humor. That's critical. You want to make sure that as you're doing this, you're injecting that. You're showing, hey, here's what I did and what I went through. You want to take the critical humanization step that transform AI-assisted content and something uniquely yours. That's critical. With your personal narratives, you want to share authentic experiences that validate your points and create emotional connection. People say, yeah, I can resonate with him. He said that, and I like the way he said it. When he talked about that experience he had when he went to Lake Michigan and he saw this and he went out boating doing this and that, I can relate to that. This is what you want to do. It takes a little bit of work, but that makes it worthwhile and it separates you from the AI. And by the way, it also separates you from all the others who are just copy and pasting. Because remember, we're not going to just copy and paste. We're copy, pasting, and customizing. And a big part of that gets some statistical backup. You want to incorporate relevant data that provides, and the points that are there, and the research that strengthen your credibility. This is where AI comes in beautifully. ChatGPT does that, I think, very well. Grok, I have seen, that's Grok, part of X. Grok gives some enormous benefits on what people are saying right now. Because Grok is tied in with X. And with X, you're getting uninhibited, real world value to what people are saying right now. That is, I think, important. And use strategic humor. You want to make sure that you can add your own unique comedic elements to enhance engagement and the memorability. Make it you. Don't try to just say, well, a priest, a minister, and a rabbi walked into a bar, that kind of way. Don't do it. Unless that's a really good joke. It might be. I don't know. But to know what you want to do, you want to be able to take it and make it you. So it's customized to who you are and what you can do. And then run AI again for polish or visuals. That is very important. I did that, matter of fact, just this morning as I'm recording it. I have my email that goes out on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm doing my post today, put it out there, and I made sure that what I did is I got the information first from ChatGPT, and I was looking at what's there. Then I looked at what was there. I wrote it with my own voice, did it on my own, and then had ChatGPT take a look at it, clean it up for spelling, clean it up for grammar where appropriate, make sure that the paragraphs are aligned properly. All of that we let ChatGPT do. Then I asked it for suggestions. It gives me some suggestions. I take that and then I Terryize it, making it me, using me so that my UI's formula, I'm Terryizing it for me, and we come back with something that's really unique and it's the best of both. That's what I want you to think about and to focus on. So you draft your content, you personalize your content with stories that are about you, and you add data to it as well. Then you let AI enhance that. Use AI to refine the language it a little bit, wordsmith it, and then check the flow and generate supporting visuals. So that's where ChatGPT can also generate those. So can Google Docs, so can Midjourney. Many other wonderful tools are doing that. I tend to like Google Docs and the graphics I'm getting from that in Google Doc, and go over to the side and it creates some pictures for us that are really nice. I'm using some of them here in this particular presentation, and they work out really well. And then you're looking for a polished result, professional quality content that maintains your authentic voice. You see what we're doing here in all of this? You're taking the best of AI, great research, and you are customizing it so it's got your voice, authentically you and your feelings, your ideas. Where you might disagree with a writer about a particular topic, you can say, I understand where she's coming from on that, but I would part company with her on point number 3 of her 5 points. I like the others, but point number 3 a little different because, and then you pull from your experience on that. That's the key, how you can resonate with others in a profoundly important way. And then you want to have the final human review for human voice, human ethics, and the call to action. All of that's going to be really important. When you're looking at it, you go over it again. This is what I do regularly. I get the feedback from AI, then I go over it again. You want the ultimate quality control step that ensures your content remains authentic and purposeful. You want your voice consistency check. Is this really the way I would say it? Is it in the tone that I use? And does it sound like you throughout? In some of the writing that I do, hey, I make it purposely non-grammatically correct. In some places, usually it's for a tongue-in-cheek, fun, slight, my attempt at humor anyway, to make sure we get a point across of what's there. But also, make sure you've got ethical considerations. Does it sound like you did that? Is this really what you want? Is the content accurate? Is it fair? And is it responsive? That is important. And let your call to action alignment does it effectively guide your audience toward the desired outcomes? All of this very important. You see, it's the human touch in there, and that's what transforms efficient AI-assisted content into something that truly resonates with your audience while slashing production time without sacrificing soul. I think that's a good way to sum it all up. You're taking the best of the humans, you're taking the best of the robots, all of that together to see how it works and what can be done. So it's like we say often, the magic is in the mix. It's not either or, it's both and. And here is that graph again. So you can take your time and you can put into there is no charge for this at all. We're doing this to help you. We have several different products out there, AI products, many that give you videos, give you training on how to do it. You can use this for you and your team. If you've got someone who needs to learn about, let's say perplexity, we have several ways that they can learn in there. They want to learn about ChatGPT. They want to learn about Grok or whatever it is that might be there. This is a good getting started course. We've got the QR code there. You can grab it. Those of you joining us on audio, go over to aitoolsforbiz.com and you'll be able to find it there. This will give you the tools that you need to start getting assistance, because you see that AI is here. Matter of fact, a lot of really good things are out there that you can get. And a good way to keep that coming is please like this. If you're watching this on YouTube, like it, share it, and subscribe, because then that lets the algorithms know, hey, people like this kind of content. Gina Carr, my partner, and I are putting this out through Stark Raving Entrepreneurs to help you as an entrepreneur, a content creator, to really get the skills you want and the community that can support you. We love the community we've got, being able to do that and help you in some significant ways. So again, go back and look at the AI Tools for Biz. Make sure you get that, the QR code, or aitoolsforbiz.com. And then we got some goodies for you as well. Matter of fact, what we're going to do is give you another video that's going to help you to get ahead. This one over here, it's going to help you to understand, how do we use this? How do we humanize it a little bit more and make sure that it's working right? I'm Terry Brock. I am looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for joining me.